Hello everyone, welcome to Vital Investing channel, where I'll synergize value investing and technical analysis, and with a long-term 5 to 10 year horizon, I believe we'll be able to achieve extraordinary financial goals. In this inaugural episode, let me cover a little on the investment principles and mantras I'll be adopting to ensure minimal risk and optimizing returns. So, exactly what ROI, return on investment, am I looking at? Frankly speaking, I don't have a hard target. Instead, I'm hoping to achieve at least 10% per annum. Yes, I know 10% ROI doesn't sound that fanciful to many, but as I implied earlier, 10% is the minimum threshold I'm imposing onto myself. After all, like Warren Buffett's rule number 1 says, never lose money. And rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. In fact, with markets at extreme volatility these days, with fear and greed index swinging from extreme greed to extreme fear and vice versa in matters of weeks or just days, even more I need a prudent and systematic way to invest. Hence, with the vital investing approach, I'll only be putting mostly fundamentally strong and good companies in my watch list and applying technical analysis to avoid both traps while entering a position and to sell when they are way overbought and overvalued. Now that might sound like trading, just that the focus is still in accumulating fundamentally strong companies which I have strong conviction in and holding them for the long term. So yes, I'm definitely more of a coffee can type of investor. At the moment, I'm mostly into both value and growth stocks in the US. For sure, I'm also looking at the China market, as I'm sure it will be the most dominant financial power in the world in time to come. Looking at my watch list for the US market, you might be surprised that I have quite a long list. As of last count, I have close to 100 companies at the moment. These are in the watch list primarily because they are fundamentally good companies with good foreseeable and potential future growth. One can argue that it's impossible to monitor such a long watch list. The good news is, with the vital investing approach I'm advocating, it'll just take around 15 minutes to screen through all of them for good buying opportunities. I also have an ETF watch list which I'm monitoring closely. ETF or exchange-traded funds are very good vehicles to ensure diversification. Yes, I know, Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's right-hand man, infamously said that diversification is for but let's hear what Warren Buffett has shared on buying index fund.
The best single thing you could have done on March 11th, 1942, when I bought my first stock, was just buy an index fund and never look at a headline, never think about stocks anymore, just like you would do if you bought a farm. You just buy the farm and let the tenant farmer run it for you. And I pointed out that if you'd put $10,000 in an index fund that reinvested dividends, and I paused for a moment to let the audience try and guess how much it amount to, and it would come to $51 million now.
So yes, I'll be allocating a good proportion of my portfolio in good ETFs which I'll be sharing in this channel. Now, one important disclaimer I have to declare upfront is that I'm by no means a financial guy. I'd like to admit that looking at those financial numbers still gives me headaches. But being an engineer by training and educator by trade, I always look for ways to simplify stuff. I'll be using the 20/80 concept, as in using 20% of effort to achieve 80% of the result. So to avoid paralysis of analysis, I'll be leveraging on other people. In this case, financial analysts' research and analysis to derive to my own investment thesis and strategy. Another key objective of this channel is to garner views and comments from you, especially on contrarian feedback which are likely to patch and cover certain angles and viewpoints which I've missed so as to refine the investment thesis. Kind of like conviction through contradiction. So, stay tuned. Hit the like and subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video.